Hello friends, this is Niyati and welcome back to Mobisium. So friends, today we are talking about the Mobile World Congress or MWC. So starting with Nokia 8110 4G. So friends, Nokia has unveiled the Nokia 8110 4G, which is a reboot of the original model from 1996. So friends, this is going to be an interesting device as it has the form factor of a feature phone but will provide all the features of a smartphone. The most notable thing about this device is its banana resemblance, which has been directly picked from its ancestors, and friends, there will be a slide panel to cover the buttons which on opening makes the phone look like a banana. So friends, talking about the specs, the Nokia 8110 4G will be a dual SIM phone with 4G support. Friends, the device will have the Snapdragon 205 chipset with 1.1 GHz dual-core CPU and 512 MB of RAM. A 2MP rear camera with flashlight that also works as a torch. So friends, famous for being rugged, the device will have an IP52 rating for protection against dust and water. The most important feature of this device will be its 1500 mAh battery that can give you 9 hours of talk time on VoLTE calls and a standby of 25 days. So friends, this device can be considered a semi-smartphone since it will run on KaiOS and will have Wi-Fi too. You will also be given apps like Facebook, Twitter and YouTube for the same. So friends, moving on and coming to Snapdragon 700. So friends, Snapdragon has announced its 700 series of chips which will offer performance between the 600 series and the 800 series. So you will be able to get a slightly better performance than the 600 series with a relatively lower price than the 800s. So friends, this will bring the premium features from the flagship phones into mid-range devices. Also friends, Snapdragon has said that the Snapdragon 700 series deals in on the on-chip AI advancement and provides 30% more power efficiency than the recent 600 series. So friends, moving on and coming to Nokia 8 Sirroco. So friends, Nokia hasn't had success with its comeback, but Nokia 8 is here to break the streak. The Nokia 8 will be Nokia's flagship phone for 2018 and it has some pretty impressive specifications. The device will have 6 gigs of RAM and a 128 MB of storage. Nokia has given a battery specification of just 3260 mAh, but with support for fast charging and also wireless charging, the phone will get charged to 50% of its capacity in just 30 minutes. The device will also get an IP67 rating to protect it against dust and water. Although friends, not much has been revealed about the camera specifications, the device will have a dual camera setup which is branded by Zeiss.
Your phone. Trends aren't models, so you depend on the quality of your camera.
Now friends, as beautiful as the other specifications might appear, this device has a small setback. The device runs on Snapdragon 835 chipset, which was its flagship processor last year. To compete with other flagship devices, we were expecting Nokia to go with Snapdragon 845, but that is clearly not happening. So friends, Nokia 8 will be having Android Oreo out of the box and it will have a pretty stock Android experience. The Nokia 8 is priced at €749 and it should be available in early April. So friends, moving on and coming to Vivo Apex future phone. Friends, irrespective of the image that Vivo has in the Indian market, Vivo seems to be spending a good time on its R&D. Vivo has shown a prototype of its Vivo Apex, which in many ways is a future phone. The phone has a robotic camera that comes out of the device when the camera app is called. So the camera lens stays secured at all times. Vivo has also incorporated screen fingerprint, and what's even more amazing is that two fingerprints could be sensed at the same time, which belongs to two completely different people. So friends, let's say that there is some password lock which requires fingerprints of two people, then this could be made possible via this technology. So friends, there was also a demonstration of sound casting. So what Vivo has done is that it has incorporated the speaker in its display. There is some kind of vibration that sets off the sound, and initial testers have said that the audio quality was fairly decent. So friends, Vivo seems to be on the lead with all these bleeding edge features, but Apex is still just a prototype and it will be years before it hits the market. Moving on and coming to Huawei MediaPad M5 and Pro. Looks like Huawei is ready to go one-on-one with Apple. The new Huawei MediaPad M5 is going to be a tough competition to Apple's iPad series. There will be two variants of the device. One is with an 8.4-inch display and another is with 10.8-inch display. The displays are IPS LCD and you will get a resolution of 2560 into 1600. The tablets will have thinner bezels and also they are extremely lightweight and thin. The edges of the displays are curved and you will get a full metal unibody design. The M5 is powered by the Kirin 960 chipset and it will have 4 gigs of RAM. The device will have a 128 GB of on-device storage and there is an option to add another 256 GB of storage. The Pro version will have support for the S Pen and the 10.8-inch display will have a keyboard at the bottom so you can convert it into a laptop. Friends, there are 4 speakers on the Media M5 which is guaranteed to give you an awesome media experience. Friends, you will get a 13MP rear camera and an 8MP front camera, although I am not sure who clicks photos with the rear camera of a tablet. Anyways, it is surely going to be a tough competition for Apple. So friends, next up is the Huawei MateBook X Pro laptop, and as we have already seen, the MateBook gave a tough competition to MacBook. This year, the MateBook X Pro is again competing with MacBook Pro. So friends, before we discuss anything, the highlight of this laptop will be its webcam, which is hidden in one of the functions button and it will pop up like a spring. So friends, this is great for people who are concerned about their privacy, but the camera being on the keyboard will be a very low angle. The laptop will have a 13.9-inch display and a 91% screen to body ratio. Other specs include 8 or 16 gigs of RAM and a 7th generation i5 or i7 processor. You could also get a 256 or 512 gig of SSD and an NVIDIA GeForce MX 1502 graphics card. Huawei has said that the laptop will provide a 12-hour video playback and you could charge for up to 6 hours of usage in just 30 minutes. Moving on and coming to Nokia One. So friends, now we can finally say that Nokia has made an impactful comeback and it is not just targeting the premium sector but the affordable sector as well. Nokia has launched its Nokia One, which will be a super cheap $85 device and it will run on Android Oreo Go version. Android Go is a stripped down version of Android. The device has a 4.5-inch touchscreen and a 1.1 GHz MediaTek quad-core CPU. The rear camera supports a 5-megapixel shooter with LED flash and the front camera is of 2 megapixels. The device will have just 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of internal memory, though the storage can be expanded up to 128 GB. So friends, Nokia has never launched a touch device like this in this price range, so it will be interesting to see how this fares. Friends, that's all for you guys today. Don't forget to subscribe to Mobisium for more such videos and hit that bell icon to never miss another tech update from Mobisium. Thank you and see you in our next video.